Yeah, have you charged? Those cops are looking at my face again. That's a flashback. Oh, Calvin Klein flashbacks. Anyway, revelations from the environmentalist over there, who is working on pink energy, he calls it, which is being able to reduce costs of taxes or energy, or whatever, money in running clean energy his way. Waiting for investors to finish his project, thinking of buying this bar. His name's Dave. Met him here last week. Another gentleman at the bar, another gentleman at the bar in the 60s, I guess. Discussions about recycling bottles. And the system that's going to come in here is the system where the bottles are chucked away and returned somewhere for some cash back. We have that system in Budapest, and in the bar at Hop House, we literally leave each week a bag of bottles outside for the homeless guys. Alex is the one who usually does it, but it could be anyone. They bring the IKEA bag that they used before back clean. We take that empty one. Thank you very much, Alex. Here's your load of bottles and cans worth about 10p each. And then they go off and trade all that bag in for a place to sleep for the night, or some food, or whatever. Anyway, now Dave's contention is that we shouldn't be recycling. We should ban, and this is from an environmentalist, and he makes a valid point. We should ban recycling of plastics, and I think he said bottles. He advocated the Southeast Asian style, which is to reuse the bottles, just put drinks back in them and sell them again, like they do in Thailand. You get bottles of Coke that have had like 6 rounds through, and they still contain the drink, and they're rough around the edges, but it's still delicious. But his kind of contention is that, what did he say? Instead of burning it all up, because one of the guys said that rubbish is distributed through the different materials, cardboards, plastic stuff. But up until recently, they were being incinerated, just to kind of reduce the fact that they're this big and they'll be like this big then, so we have more space to kind of live. But they were burning without any purpose, just to get rid of them. Until recently, now apparently they're burning them and they're generating some kind of energy, which makes more sense, obviously. And they were talking about the factory down the road, the cellophane factory, that they would burn the cellophane and would have this horrendous smell in the air. And what goes into the air that smells bad, probably not good for the environment. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Georgie. So yeah, if it smells bad, it shouldn't go up in the air like a fire. And I made the joke that we should be, maybe encouraging all these cows not to be eating so much and fucking farting into the atmosphere and, over-generating CO2 or whatever it is. To which Dave said, and I'm hoping he will come over here and clarify this. Cows farting causing environmental issues is a farce. Big statement. Would love to hear his opinion on it. All in good time. Anyway. We've got a pub quiz happening soon. Still no sign of Nick, the homeless guy. Backstory. Okay, so Nick walked up to the Azanite, and we acknowledged that he existed simply by stopping and saying, "Hey, what's up?" To which he was very relieved. A man of great wordsmithery. In quite a quick and very articulate, but a little bit Charles Dickens-ish explanation to his situation was, bottom line, needed £20 to pay guys who he has contracts with to protect work sites from thieves, and they operate outside the law. Basically, they post guys there at the jobs. Anyone tries to steal anything, they get the shit kicked out of them, and they learn their lesson not to do it again. No handcuffs, no red tape, street justice. And he had a certain amount of time to be able to come through with the money, and he needed £20. We could only give him 10 because we only had 10 in the bank. But yeah, it's to a credit. We tried 2 ATMs, and Murphy tried to fuck us up. We walked about 20 minutes, but we got him 10. Hopefully he could pull through. He did promise he's going to come here and do the podcast and we can explain more. I suggested that if he has a mob of 22 guys who are tough enough to do this, actually I said, who's the toughest? First I was like, do you need any help? And not that I'm Mr. Tough Guy or anything. I've got a bad back. But I'm good with words. I could convince them to leave with words. No one has to throw it back. I'd be just really threatening with words. Anyway. And he said, the toughest is either this other guy or him. And he was not that big. He kind of reminded me of Dar. He's been shot a couple of times. And what did he say, Nick? The guy last night, didn't he say he's been blown up at least twice?
Blown up at least twice, yeah. I mean, I haven't been shot in the head. I mean, I've been stabbed. I mean, I'm shot in the shoulder. I've been blown up at least twice.
And he was articulate, wasn't he?
He struck me as a little bit of a Dean character. Like, I'm not sure how much to believe.
So we choose to believe it's the truth.
What we choose to believe is our truth.
It's our truth, and we'll chalk it up. The man was having a lot of Murphys happening with getting his £10. So who knows? Maybe he's. I hope he was able to get that last 10 because it wasn't.
I know. It was 12. It was
12.
12 pounds something.
So we only gave him 10. He needed 2 more, and we didn't have that.
No. He needed after our 10. He would have
12
more. Yeah.
God, we should have. And we Murphy, our resources away, so we couldn't give it to him.
Well, yeah, because our phone.
But we tried, and that's the
Our phone died.
And
our one phone.
Fucking phone. Yeah. Sorry.
Murphy, and then.
What a Murphy.
Are you hungry at all? You hungry at all? I'm surprisingly not that hungry.
Me, neither.
You haven't eaten anything all day, babe.
You haven't.
You haven't.
Me.
You
Oh, look, I got crisps.
Okay. Well, I mean.
Alright, so,
Can I open?
yes, big revelation. Apparently, cows farting does have no impact on the environment.
Sorry?
Cows farting has no impact on the environment.
Bullshit.
Ask Dave over there. Hey, Dave. Come here, mate. Come on.
It's methane.
Methane, you know.
Methane.
Yeah, he's coming.
Methane is definitely a greenhouse gas.
Well, we'll see, because we have a professional over here.
So
Dave, please be seated. I would pull the chair out for you, but I'm stuck behind here, and the squirrel's on my left. So come on, no. Don't do this properly. Now you can even just sit there. I don't even have to hold the mic. And as you can, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. No, wait, no. I'm running away. Hold this, mate. And yeah, it's a bit skew with. Yeah, you can take this.
I actually really do need to pee, so I'll be right back.
I was just trying to
Yeah, you grab that
twist
one.
it a bit and see, is it on this one?
We can get some coasters. See, we can recycle something to fix this table. How about that? Anyway, now you made a bold claim that that cow farting has nothing to do with a problem in the skies. Is that what you were saying, or am I making this up?
Well, if you think about it, there was bloody fucking billions of bison years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And the CO2 levels pretty much stayed the same. But if anybody's interested...
Dude, what about dinosaurs as well? They must have had huge farts, like Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can you imagine, like a fucking
Well, actually,
diplodocus?
it's more like burps, not farts. And I've got no idea whether the dinosaurs...
They wouldn't have
Like
digestive systems.
Yeah, but I mean ruminants. So what we're talking about with the cows and the goats and the sheep and the
Is it
mice.
just? I want to get this. Is it just cows, or is it mammals burping?
No, it's ruminants, the ones with like 4 stomachs. So
Ah,
those-
ruminants.
Yep.
4
So
stomachs.
they're the ones that burp methane.
Right.
And
Now,
when the methane comes out of their mouth, and it meets the grass
Yeah.
and the
Bring that a
moisture
little bit closer to
and
you.
the moisture on the grass. Okay. So yes,
So the methane with the moisture on the grass
methane,
creates.
some of the methane disappears into the atmosphere, which causes greenhouse gas warming. Okay,
Right.
you know,
So that's the theory,
that's
but
that's
it's
the
not actually doing having any effect at all.
no. What also happens is that when the methane coming up the mouth of the ruminant, the cow,
Yeah.
it hits the grass and the moisture on the grass, and it forms hydroxyls.
What are they called?
Hydroxyls.
Hydroxyl.
Clean the atmosphere. So
How do you spell hydroxyls? Because this is a pub quiz question. You don't know how to spell it? Hydrox. It'll be complicated. Hydroxychloroquine?
Hydroxyls.
Hydroxyl.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to spell
But
that
there's a
right, so
guy-
I'm not even going to be able to get a result. Oh, here we go. Hydroxyl is a chemical group ion. Ions. You're talking about ions.
Well, those are the things that go into the atmosphere, okay, and they clean the atmosphere. Okay, so that if
It could
you
be
heard about the
neutral.
ozone layer,
What's it? Okay, what is the cleaning type? The neutrals or the negative ones? As in the Italians,
ask me.
the Italians or the pessimists?
ask the experts. So if you want to know, there's an Aussie
what?
scientist, an Aussie Australian
Oh,
scientist
What's his
that
name?
knows Walter Jen. And I presume that's the correct pronunciation.
Jen. How do you spell Jen?
Jehne, if I remember correctly.
Jeah.
N-E.
Jen. Oh, Walter Gehne. Okay. Restoring water cycles to naturally cool climate. All about Walter Jane. Okay. So yeah. So what's he saying?
Well, he's saying, because at one stage there was some sort of proposal that the cow should be taxed. And he was saying, well, if they tax you, $1, well, you're gonna claim $99 back from the government for reducing greenhouse gas emissions.
That makes sense.
So the big problem with the emissions for cattle is not cattle that get grazed on grass. But feedlot cattle is a big problem.
Feedlot cattle.
Yeah.
Is that so? What are they being fed?
They're being fed.
So the cow's not eating the cow's eating the grass.
Yep.
They're not the problem. The cow's eating the what?
Basically, they in feedlots, and they're
Feedlots.
getting
Can you explain what a feedlot is? Because
Well,
that,
it's-
apart from
it's
something
like
that sounds like a
corral. It's just like an area where the cattle go. There's no grass. They're just fenced off, and they get fed
what do they get fed? Shit,
maize, whatever.
maize. And so this is what's causing the
Maize
problems
and
that's coming
soya
out.
and whatever. So,
Back to maize again.
and those are
They're the problematic furthers.
and where do they grow that? Well, they're chopping down the Amazon to grow the maize and the soya to feed the cows.
So the biggest issue is maize.
No, the biggest issue is feedlot cattle. That's a big issue.
Alright, so feedlot cattle are thousands of cattle being put in one corral, and they're fed this maize.
Which
And the
is
fact that because they're being farmed to be eaten, right?
well, yeah, that is the
So if we went vegetarian, we would clean this whole problem up, right?
no. What you do, what you need.
I thought we were nearly at the solution to the world's environmental problems. All right, well,
What you need
Silly
is
me.
regenerative farming.
regenerative farming.
And people understanding, vegans understanding, that they are part of the bloody problem, not part of the fix.
Great, because
Oh, you heard it from the horse's
great,
mouth.
because if I hear this woke veganism bullshit, I'm gonna be like, well, actually, I spoke to.
My diet is better for the environment. No, it's not.
No, it's
and
not.
here
Now-
are all the reasons why.
And yeah, well, they'll say, well, how do you know? And we'll go, well, we spoke to Dave, who's a what?
No.
What are you? No, we won't say Dave,
you
but
want
we
to-
spoke to a, what are you then? What do we say your title is? Environmentalist,
No,
as expert in environmental science.
no, I'm an expert in hydrogen, not an expert in environmental science, but I understand and read about environmental
Hey, are you
science.
from South Africa?
Hmm?
Are you from South Africa?
Yeah.
I can tell by
Ah,
the accent somehow. Somehow I still recognize that accent. I love the accent.
babe, can you sit in my seat and just have a chat to him? Just, would you like another drink or something?
I just got myself.
I just got to go to the bathroom. And this one's a bit fiddly. If you move it too much, it's going to be. No, you heard yourself for this headphones, didn't you? That was a great segment, by the way. We're going to continue, but just give me a sec. The show must go on, but I won't be. Watch out. Give me that.
I'm lowering it. So you can step over it.
Yeah, there you
So you
go.
can step over it.
All right, my love, but I'm pretty good with my equipment. Remember, I need just.
I'm just going to pull the cord.
What's going
No,
on?
no, but I was just. Oh, no, but
Which
the
cord are
reason
you?
why.
If you leave a little gap between, they can fall between there, and then you've got a lot more.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's
Now,
hooked
the only
somewhere.
thing I don't want.
It seems to be.
Are these drinks close
Which
to
cord?
the
Which
machine?
cord are you on about?
This is yours, right, Dave?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's put that there. That's a good spot for it. And my love, your one can go here.
Oh, okay.
And
Nothing
you've
around the
got it. Now,
equipment.
someone
eh?
has to wear the headphones so you can hear if there's any issues. There you go, my love.
And what do I do if there are issues?
Just the only issues is if you move this cable too much, it'll start.
Okay, here we go. Keep an eye on the text. Which cord are you looking for there, buddy?
I don't know why it can't get much higher than this. So
It's caught.
it's somewhere.
Oh, it's wrapped around. Hang on. You're wrapped around. Give me the,
Which side are you going to go?
just give me
This
the
way or
mic.
that way?
This way, this way. For some reason, it's being wrapped around the table. There you go. That's better, yeah?
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so you were telling Joshua about how cows don't actually, like the methane and the farts don't actually contribute to greenhouse gas emissions and don't actually affect the environment. Is that true? Because I'd always heard that it was a big one.
Oh yeah.
Because I was looking
Kitty.
for somewhere to live around a year and a half.
I mean, cows are not my expertise and ruminants, environmental stuff. It's just something that I'm very interested in.
Okay.
So tell us more about it then. So first of all, so you're an expert in hydrogen.
Like incredible.
In,
That's what we do. We have different technology that makes hydrogen just so extremely cheaply. We can make it anywhere. Very, very, very.
so you're a company that produces hydrogen. Produces hydrogen gas.
There's one other person that I live with who's
Hydrogen. So how do you produce hydrogen gas? Hydrogen gas is
We split water into hydrogen and oxygen for extremely low amounts of energy. Because we can do that, we can effectively make energy.
So you would then sell that hydrogen to who buys hydrogen? So what is hydrogen gas bought? It's very flammable. It's explosive.
Nobody wants hydrogen.
Oh, so people buy.
You know, people want hydrogen for what it can do. So, and it's to create energy. So we can take water, split it into hydrogen and oxygen.
that direction, yeah.
And
it is miles away, but you know what? It's not too bad.
we can use a little bit of the hydrogen and oxygen that we produce, a small percentage, to continue the process. So if you imagine it this way, you have a container sitting in the middle of the Sahara Desert, sitting in the middle of Antarctica, all on its own, and it can make electricity forever and ever and ever.
So the splitting of the water is what creates the electricity, or is it the byproducts of this operation that creates the electricity? Sorry, I need to wet my throat a little bit. I don't know why I'm wearing this thing. What it's doing is it's like amplifying all the background noises in all the bars. So I'm like listening to you, and I'm listening to myself, and everything is like sounding. Huh?
Do you edit?
Oh, I don't do anything with this. This is all his gear, but he asked me to step in and make sure it's still working. So I put it on. But between that and the tickle in my throat, it's not really helping. So you're here for the pub quiz? Are you here for the pub quiz?
Yeah.
Do you frequent this bar a lot?
Yeah.
It sounds like a very, very cool place.
I'm not allowed to do the pub quiz because I'm too hip.
Ah, you know too much. You know too much. You're the secret weapon. You're not allowed to. I took them off because they were.
This cannot be.
Sorry.
Alright, give me that.
Sorry. I'm terrible host. You better take over.
I didn't say that. I want to go for a ciggy.
No, I said that.
Please. Did you guys have a discussion?
We did. I asked him a lot of very banal questions about what he does, and realized how little I remember from my high school chemistry classes.
Well, you weren't bored, were you?
Huh? Oh, I mean, I hope not, but I think probably a little bit.
Don't you think he looks like an actor? What's his name? Or a character from a film or a Harry Potter or something? Come on, there's a character. Not him. Oh, maybe.
You reckon? Or him without a mustache. Alright, babe, I'm putting the microphone down.
Yeah, guys, look, now we're off air. So we're all good.
All good?
Let's have a sing. That was great. Thank you for that. We scratched the surface.
See, I always feel awkward when I'm the one sitting here with all the gearing that teaches me too, and I'm just like, oh, this is
You
not
don't
very
have to do
academic
anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to talk. It's all set up. Would you like a chew?
The presence of tech. Sometimes
Don't let it scare you. So let's turn that light off because that's going to do it. Still
Yeah,
waiting for...
that too was driving me a bit nuts because it was like shining right
I
now.
know, it's not the best, but it's better than seeing nothing. Where's bloody Nick?